Well, we can stay on the Edmonton route because I
Oh, sure.
have their hockey reference up here.
They've been no
What?
bueno.
Oh no, no. Guess how many
No.
players the Edmonton Oilers have on their team that have scored more than 5 even strength goals?
2.
4.
It's 4.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I
Hyman,
guess that.
Oh, yeah. Hybrid. Okay.
Julia Harvey, Draisaitl, and McDavid. Bouchard, Yamamoto are at 4. 3 for Nugent Hopkins, Cassie, and McLeod. Everyone else is at 1 or 0.
They're oh my god, they've lost 6 in a row. By the way, last night
they're bad.
they not leading the Pacific at a point.
They were,
They
yeah.
were- I
The
thought
first
they were
3
leading
weeks of the 3-4 weeks of the season.
Now they got 3 games in hand over Anaheim, but they're second in the wild card.
Yeah.
Remember we thought this was going to be different?
Well, I think Alex is always pretty skeptical on them, but I thought they were going to be
I mean, Zach Hyman's injured, so
scoring. Yeah, but for example, let's look at this losing streak, right? The fun game against Seattle, you couldn't do it. 1 goal against the Kings, 1 goal against Minnesota, 2 versus the Oilers, 1 versus Carolina, and 1 versus Toronto. That's not good.
No, it's not. And to that point, Daniel, you made about Hyman. I know he's injured, and I made the same argument about the Leafs losing Marner. If losing Zach Hyman is the reason that your team collapses, I think we should be having deeper discussions about the Edmonton Oilers. But you're right.
If it was McDavid or Draisaitl, you'd be like, yeah. But so a jersey was thrown on the ice. First off, let's look at the markets that's happening. Toronto are off to an awful start, fair enough. Who am I forgetting? Vancouver were abysmal. Happened to the Habs, who are second last in the league. Listen, I tweeted this at you, Alex, but imagine how bad a fan base must be feeling that you have the 2 leading scorers in the league and you still threw it. First off, during play, you throw, that's dangerous.
So we talked about that with Patrick, and
Yes, we did.
We don't like it, but they understand where it's coming from the fan base. But for me, this was worse because this was in play.
Yeah.
It was not at a stoppage.
Go ahead, Alex.
No, it's just, and I think I said this about Toronto too. Are you not embarrassed about your team? I understand they're having a bad stretch, but I feel like we're like Montreal and Vancouver. I genuinely felt that they that's fine. You know what? They're going through it's horrible. Their GM doesn't know what they're doing. Dominic Ducharme and Travis Green have lost the room. It's just a mess. But I look at Toronto and Edmonton and I say, aren't you embarrassed? These are good teams.
They have a winning record still.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. I think, and listen, do whatever the hell you want. I don't care. Throw a jersey on the ice. Don't. But I feel like we're getting to a point, maybe in Canada, we're using that as the first thing to do. And it's do you not realize that the owners have already made the money off of you? It's not for a market like Edmonton, for a market like Toronto, for a market like Montreal, for Vancouver, they made their money off of you. If you don't want to come back, someone will fill your seat. I guarantee it. I guarantee someone will fill that seat.
I think it's.
Go ahead, Daniel. Sorry.
It's just more of, and it's kind of an excuse we say a lot as journalism students, is that it'll get the social media hype into it. It'll get the attention. It'll get people like us talking about it. It'll get articles about it. And I think that that's something that it used to be something as a form of, for me personally, watching hockey for a while, it used to be a big statement thing, but now it's more of just what Alex is saying. It's becoming just, let's just do it to do it.
I think that's the worst thing that you want is just like a point where fans and the game is at. I don't like this offside. Go and go throw my jersey on you. Like, what are you thinking? How has that ever happened in Pittsburgh when they've had Sidney Crosby for 16 years? Or lockouts and that, but you know what I mean? Did you really need to do that? Like Albertans. Now they're copying copying the Eastern people as always.
Oh no. We're going further west right now. Winnipeg 2 weeks ago and now Edmonton this week.
Okay, so of the Canadian teams who have not thrown a jersey on the ice, Calgary, I think that's not going to happen. So Winnipeg, who are not great right now.
Yeah.
Ottawa, who are not great right now.
I think people don't care as much. That's why.
In Ottawa, yeah.
Well, they can't get to the games, Daniel. Anyway, where does it happen next if it had to happen between Ottawa and Winnipeg?
Gavin tweeted that it's brewing. He replied to my tweet. So I'm going to go with the Winnipeg Jets.
Me too, because I like that on-field source right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're almost there, guys. Like I didn't think it could happen. We're 4 for 7.